Good morning, beautiful people. So yeah, I know the beginning of this video is a lot going on today. Today is Monday. Happy Monday. Happy October 27th. Happy birthday to my niece Tyra and my play daddy Chuck. Happy heavenly birthday to you. So I'm not going to eat on camera, but I'll check back in with you guys in a little bit because my day is full, even though it is raining like crazy and I would prefer to be inside on the sofa, meditating, manifesting, and doing some root work. And when I say root work, I'm talking about the root of me, the seat of my soul work. But I have something more pressing that I need to do first, and then I'll be back. Well, I am back. I went with my daughter to one of my girlfriend's grandmother's service. And even though I feared I would be triggered, I wasn't. And I realized that I wasn't triggered so much because I didn't have a emotional tie to the situation. So that was that. Got a little scared because yesterday Mario wished me a happy, not yesterday, Saturday. Mario wished me a happy birthday. And I turned around and texted him and said, "I love you, big brother." And he didn't respond. So he finally responded today. He responded, and I went on his page and I posted, "Hey, big brother, just want to let you know that I love you. I pray that this, reaches you and brings a smile to your face and heart." So he didn't respond yesterday. He responded today. So feeling good about that. So what am I about to do, Chloe? Well, initially I went to the grocery store because I said today I wanted to, I ain't got no business with them, but I want some fried green tomatoes. And I got some peanut oil because vegetable oil it's supposed to be better, but all of it is bad for you. But vegetable oil is definitely inflammatory. It's inflammatory as far as your joints and all of that other good stuff. So I have stopped using vegetable oil, canola oil, corn oil, all this other stuff, and I just use peanut oil. One day I'll be able to buy in bulk maybe some grapeseed oil. I got to figure out which one of those has a high a high heat rate. But for the most part, I just use olive oil for everything. But since if I was just going to be making my salmon patties, which I am about to make, if I was just, oops, oh please. If I was just going to make my salmon, I'm going to make salmon patties. I still call them salmon croquettes, but I noticed that others, they want to have a big debate on whether they're salmon patties or salmon croquet. as my mother called them. I still call them salmon croquet, but you know, it is what it is. So, I went to the store because I needed some more salmon. I needed a green onion and some sweet peas. But then I went to the store, which is Big Bear, my mom's favorite store, because I wanted some green tomatoes. And these was just $1.99 for these two. If you go into like Publix or Kroger for those two right here, you'll easily be paying like $4. So since I was there, I went ahead and got some vegetable soup mix and some gongbo mix. And I think I'm just gonna, and some turkey tails. And I have some ground turkey that I need to take out. Ground turkey. So later on today, I'm going to put me some soup in the crock pot, make up the soup, and then bag it up in Ziploc bags. So as you know, it becomes colder, I can just pull one Ziploc bag out, throw it out, and cook it. Yeah, so that's the plan. But for right now, I am about to make me some salmon croquet, sweet peas, and rice. That was like one of my favorite dinners growing up. And so it's real quick, it's real simple, it's real easy, and that's what I'm about to cook. So in the meantime, as I cook, wait a minute, hold please. Okay, y'all, so I'm back. And while I'm back and cutting up these onions, which are whooping my behind, let's have a little conversation about etiquette. And I'm talking about church etiquette. I'm talking about wedding etiquette. I'm talking about formal invites with instructions etiquette. I'm talking about funeral etiquette. So, I understand that things have changed, times have changed, and we're not as formal as we once were, even though sometimes I think that we've taken the come as you are and went all the way to, baby, I don't even know what field we in when it comes to the come as you are. But especially whenever you are going into a church, I feel that there are certain things that you just should know not to wear. Me personally, I don't like in churches when people come in with the t-shirts on and come to funerals and even weddings with blue jeans on, tank tops with boobs hanging out. We need to talk to our younger generation and talk to them about proper etiquette. And that's even, you know, whenever we see people going to graduations, and if you're going to a graduation and it's at an outside stadium, I get it. But if you're going to a graduation at the Fox Theater, I feel like you should dress for where you are. But that's neither here nor there. I understand the come as you are, which, began as the church. You just want to get them in by any means necessary. But I feel like we've gotten to a point where we've just taken it to the extreme. And then we throw the come as you are up on there as a means of justification. Coming to a funeral in some booty shorts and a tank top with a jacket and such. I understand some people just may not have it. I get it. But oftentimes that's not the case. And so I am so serious when I say we need to, as women, seasoned women, talk to our younger girls, talk to our younger generation about what's appropriate and what's not appropriate in certain settings. Extremely short where I can almost see the bottom of your behind. Not in church. Don't do that in church. I'm not being judgmental. I'm understanding that some people just really don't. Some people really don't know any better. And that's why we have to gently talk to our younger generation. But here's the kicker. How can we talk to our younger generation whenever we are in our 50s, almost 60, and sitting behind me, even though the service had not started yet and the family hadn't come in, but sitting behind me, talking on your cell phone. Not even talking low on your cell phone through a iPod or something like that. But got your phone up to your ear in church, having a full-on conversation that has nothing to do with us being at a funeral. Just talk about what's going on in life, doing a little gossip and, loud in church right before the funeral. Whatever it is that you were talking about, it could have waited, or you just should have texted. That would have been even more better. But just sit there and have a full-blown conversation where everybody around you can hear your conversation, and your conversation has nothing to do with the dearly departed. And I know you're in your late 50s or early 60s because I went to school with you. So it ain't like I didn't know. I know. So we got to do some, because stuff like that, I know when we was growing up, our mother and grandmothers and auntie would yank a knot in our behind. But how can you expect better from the younger people whenever you got their mothers and fathers doing as much? I mean, teach your sons whenever you're going to a funeral, put on a collared shirt. Just put on a collared plaid shirt and put on some slacks and some you can even wear tennis shoes. Just put on some slacks and a collared shirt whenever you're going to a funeral. You put on jeans during church, but I just feel like at a funeral, you should give your respects in a respectful manner. That's just my opinion. Everybody got one. The quick answer is going to be, the quick response is going to be, you should just be glad that they're there. But that's how it seems like everything has become in life. You just ought to be thankful. And I just don't. Look like you're dressed up and get G'd up if you're going to a concert to see Jeezy or Hove or, something like that. You'll get G'd up for. So get G'd up for the dead and paying your respects. That's something that I just feel like we don't. Then, as far as weddings are concerned, if they say the colors for the wedding are, they want all the guests to wear black, and you got invited to the wedding months ago, you got plenty of time to find you some black and not show up in green or not show up in blue or red. Same thing applies. Now with a funeral, that's different. It's quick. But if you've had months and you've known for months that this is what is being requested of you, don't just say, bug it, and just do what you want to do. Respect the situation. That's with weddings. That's with anything. If they say no kids allowed, then that means no babies. Find you a babysitter. Respect that, because I'm gonna tell you now, I saw a post on social and someone was like, well, they gotta understand I got kids and blah blah. No, they ain't gotta understand nothing. You just stay your butt at home, because if it's my wedding or my reception and or my gathering, my get together at my house, and I say no children, that's what I mean. So when you show up with your child, you and your child both gonna be sitting in the car or going back home or wherever. It is what it is. So that's my little conversation about that situation for today. But something else that has been sitting on my spirit, I think I'll have to save that conversation for later, because I need to make my salmon, because it's 5:14 and my goal is to eat and be done with eating by 7. So let me take care of this. And I also need to edit my vlog that I'm going to upload. So we're going to table this conversation, but the topic basically is talking about how we always say good guys finish last. And men are the number one so quick to say how good guys finish last, and women don't want to appreciate a good man, and this and the third, and we want a guy who gonna dog us out, mistreat us, we want a thug, and blah blah blah, all this other stuff. Case in point, Sierra and Russell Wilson. But the moment we switch and we go get us a good guy, you got so many people that got so much to say. Oh, he's a punk. He's henpecked. She running him. She just after him for his money. Blah, 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 blah. He's stupid. He this, he that. And my thing is that it's not even coming from women so much. So it's coming from men. So we're going to talk about that, because this Russell Wilson, the things that I've seen other men say about Russell Wilson is just totally disgusting. Like, you would rather for her to stay with Future, who got all these babies and these kids by different women, don't take care of his child, don't spend time with his child, say his children have to understand he lives this rock star lifestyle, so they got to understand he don't have time for him. He said that out of his mouth. But let me focus on this, and we'll pick this conversation back up a little later on the couch.